go. So I assume you guys can see me and hear me, correct? Let me turn on this light over here really quick. Sorry y'all, I'm a little late today. You'll have to bear with me. I'm gonna have to turn on my little fan thingy. What are we doing here? Oh, fuck, I keep doing it all the time, every time. Alright y'all, I'm back. I'm wearing this really nice t-shirt. Let me show off my t-shirt. You see what it says? Wait, what does it say? So thank you for this t-shirt. I love it. I so appreciate it. As usual, I always have to. Quick question: does anybody have this problem of, when y'all do your those of us who have nose piercings, sometimes when you blow your nose and the ones with the screw, not the ring, that sometimes you need to tighten it. That's what I feel happens. Hi, Scorpio Soul, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Debbie. Oh shoot, what did I do here? Probably put too much of it. I used to have a little mirror over here. I don't. Oh, I do, maybe. Oh, looky here. Look at all the stash I have over there, and I'd forgotten about it. Hello. Okay, of course I had to look at myself in the mirror. You know what's the worst thing? This is the worst thing. This is a pet peeve. You know when people use lip gloss or whatever, that thick, chunky lip gloss. I've seen it happen at a couple of restaurants. I don't think they realize. And the thick, goopy lip gloss, and they're talking, and it sticks, and then it leaves those stains, and I'm like, ooh, that's the worst ever. That's gross stuff. I can't deal with that stuff. All right, so here we are. Another beautiful day. Vixen, Debbie, Tay, after today's Mrs. Cyber Warrior. Hello, give me 1 second. I got their date of births and everything, and I will just Tully, September 12th, 1980, Yuri P, February 28th, 1983. Wait, so okay, so I forgot now. I don't know who is who. So John Fanning. So Brian Tully, we don't have his date of birth. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me just call her. Hey girl, so sorry to bother you. Listen, I just noticed that there's a little bit of a thing. So Brian Tully, there's no date of birth for him, right?
Hold on. Let me look. Hold on.
So John.
I thought I had one there, but let me look. Hold on.
I think that was for John Fanning. Sorry about that.
No. Hold on. Oh, that's right. I couldn't find one for Brian Tully.
Okay, so Brian Tully, we don't have a date of birth. So, okay, thanks. We'll just go with what we have. That's fine. Thank you, honey. All right. Bye.
Okay.
See, I'm glad I checked because I would have got the wrong date of birth assigned to the wrong person. So, Brian Tully, we don't have. And I don't have the first names for these goofus magoofuses. So, hang on 1 second, okay? Oh, the storm's rolling in. Okay, Yuri, give me 1 second. You know how I don't do this off camera because just to maintain the authenticity, I suppose, and be totally transparent. Okay, where are you? H E N I. Okay. It's okay, Bunny. You're going to be fine. It's okay, baby. He's kind of a little bit like getting a little anxious here. Fanning. All right. almost there. So 18, 20, 21, 26. That's 18. 18. 10, 16, 17, 18, 9, 70. Okay, that's, excuse me, 8. Okay. So here we have 18, 28, 30, 40, 50, 59, 60, 61, plus 3 is 64. That's 10. Okay. 2, 7, that is 6. So 11, okay, 5, 10, 15, 25, 29, 8. Wow. Interesting. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 9, 14. All right, y'all, we're good. So I don't have a date of birth for Brian Tully. Yuri Bukhenik, I have his date of birth of February 28, 1983, and John Fanning is September 12, 1980. So if he is February 28, so this guy's a Pisces. Oh shit. Ooh. Okay, interesting. And September 12th. August, September 12th is a Virgo. Okay. Wow, how interesting, how interesting. All right, y'all, let's get started because I'm kind of a little late, right, with this. So, welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I used to say all that. Nowadays, I don't say any of that stuff. I don't know what's going on over here. Okay. And welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I hope all of you are doing very well. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your comments, for your kindness, for your support. Help me get this channel going. I do appreciate you all, and I know I travel quite a bit and I kind of miss out on some stuff. I do, my schedule gets out of whack. I do apologize. It's work. Girls got to work. Man, make some money for a living, right? Because God knows YouTube doesn't get me anything. So I do appreciate y'all, and I always remember trying to make this gold business and all that, and I always forget y'all. So let's 10 super chats. Okay, okay, all right. Okay, let me do that. Post a Q and A. Let me see if I can post this while we are doing this. There we go. I don't know if it's even, there we go. All right. Let's see if it works. So Debbie, thank you again. Scorpio Soul, Tay, Vexing Vixen, and who has Lucinda? I haven't seen you in a while. Oh yeah, I have. Have I? No. I haven't seen you in a while. So thank you for being here. Disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, draw your own conclusions, and these are allegedlys. So let's start with Doofus McGoofus, Brian Tully, Tully. I have their photographs. So Brian Tully, this is the photograph I have of him, correct? Can somebody put, because I'm thoroughly confused. So we know John Fanning is got something to do with the police because he's clearly wearing a police badge, right? So can somebody put in the description what their, oh, Yuri P. That'll change. What does P stand for? Never mind. P. 7, 8. How this changes everything. Okay, and this is a photograph I have for Yuri. So, can somebody put in the comments what their positions? Who's a cop and who's a FBI and who's a Doofus McGoofus? That'll help. Oh wait, Are you guys having problem? No, my volume is all the way up, y'all. Is my volume is all the way up. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, can you all hear me right? Because Vexing Vixen says her she can't hear me. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I do appreciate that, but I'm concerned. Vexing Vixen, can you hear me properly now? I hope so. So Debbie says Tully is a lieutenant. Okay. Lieutenant. Y'all, I'm telling you, my computer is all the way up. What is going on? So Tay says I can hear her on full volume, but it is quieter. I don't know what's going on. My volume is all the way up. I do apologize if y'all are. Okay. I so apologize. Yuri is a state trooper. And then Yuri is a sergeant or a trooper, whatever. Okay. Oh, quieter. I think. Oh, okay. Quieter. Okay, I see what you're saying. And then Fanning. What is Fanning? Hi, Delvin. Fanning is also a straight trooper. Okay. Okay. So, full disclosure, I don't have Brian Tully's date of birth, right? But even otherwise, if I do the numerology for their name, whatever name we know them as, believe it or not, every one of them has an 8. And Yuri, I have his date of birth, so he has the 8,000, 6,000. And John Fanning, he has the 8,000 third house. And Brian Tully, he has the 8th. It's like, wait a second, how come they're all kind of vibrating to, oh, it's raining. Oh, cool. Oh, that is so cool. I know y'all, squirrel, hang on. Squirrel. Damn it. Bunny, I don't know why Mama does that every time, Bunny. Hang on, y'all. Oh, let some air in. There we go. It's not going to be quiet anymore because I just opened the window a crack. So let's get on. So we'll do Brian Tully. How interesting that all of them have 8, right? So let's take a look at this. 8 is longevity, will, secrets, etc., etc. But give me a second. I want to quickly look up. Oh my goodness. Karen Reed. I know I have her astrology chart still up. Let me quickly bring that up because I know she's a Pisces, but I want to see. I'm not doing full-on astrology charts for these people, okay? Because I don't have Karen. I know you're here somewhere. The list of charts. I gotta clear out some of this. Oh, Harvey. When was Karen? I have a Karen here, but I thought I had a chart here with me. Isn't Karen a Pisces, y'all? I mean, did I not say she was a Pisces? I'm pretty sure. Karen Reed. I don't know where her chart is. Karen Reed. 1917. I think I said her date of birth. Yeah, 2/26/1980, right? Yeah, hang on. Okay, I found it. 2/26/1980. So she's a Pisces. I'm not going to delve into it any further. 2/26. Yeah, I figured as much. How interesting. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for. So if she's a Pisces, right? What's his doofus's name? Yuri Bukhenik. He's also a Pisces. And then John Fanning, he's a Virgo. So let's look at Pisces for the two of them. Pisces, 8th house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th house would be Libra, right? I'm just going to do that there. And then if he's a Virgo, his 8th house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th house is Aries. Just on a side note, so let's take a look at it. Since all of them have this vibration of the 8th house, and she's a Pisces too, 8th house talks about longevity, death, will, secrets, legacies, disgrace, degradation, murder, illusions, shared resources, yada yada, all that interesting stuff, right? So let's back up a little bit. Keep that in your back pocket, right? So for Pisces, keep in mind that right now Saturn is sitting in Pisces. So if Pisces is the first house for Yuri, Bukhenik, and for Karen Reed, this is a pretty intense time for both of them. I have a feeling Yuri Bukhenik may be going through something more intense. So rather than get ahead of myself, I will do one by one, okay? So, who rules Pisces? Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let me start with Brian Tully. Brian Tully. Brian Tully, what is your deal? Show me what I need to know about Brian Tully. Brian Tully. Brian Tully. I just want to take a look at his picture again. This is the pictures I have, y'all. So if I'm looking at my phone, it's just to get another visual. I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Tully is actually a little bit nervous now. A little bit nervous. He's probably, I don't know. Honestly, I don't watch the case hardly ever, probably not even 1%. If any of y'all, like, Debbie keeps me updated. She says, oh, this happened, that happened. I mean, she's totally invested in a lot of people. I'm not. Simply because it'll just wind me up and I'll get really mad, watching the thing, and y'all, I got stuff to do, so I don't. But it's so unfair. Okay, Brian Tully. What do I need to know about Brian Tully? Brian, why are they asking me to do the shells now, y'all? I haven't done it in a long time. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to do it. Well, guess what? 3 cards fell out. So we have the moon, we have Saturn, are we surprised? And we have the earth card. I don't know why they're asking me to do this, y'all. I haven't done it in a long, long time, but I would, yeah, I'll keep it here. I don't know why. Okay. Brian Tully. So we got the moon card, Saturn, and the earth card. Something buried in the dirt, or something desperately trying to moon is, hang on one second, okay? The Magician, Wheel of Fortune, and the Justice card. Wow. Can't make up this shit. You just can't. I mean, it is like so ridiculously like. So right now I'm reading for Brian Tully, okay? And then we will take it from there. We have the moon card and we have the Magician. So the Magician is Mercury. We know that. What is Mercury? Speed, it's communication, that sort of stuff. Right? Mercury is also, we can say, the mind is not very stable. Then we have Saturn, of course, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a Jupiter card. And these are completely opposite each other, Saturn and Jupiter. By the way, Saturn and Jupiter, I think after the 26th of May, they're going to be sitting in one house. They're going to be meeting up with each other. If I'm not mistaken, I think 26th of May, 2025 going all the way until May some particular date 2026. I don't have it off the top of my head the exact dates. They're going to be sitting in a particular house together. These two planets are polar opposites in terms of Jupiter wanting to expand and Saturn wanting to say no, you hold you back and say you got to learn some lessons, you got to learn some lessons, right? So it's very interesting that both these planets are sitting here central to this. And then you have the Earth card in justice. What is justice? It's Libra. It talks about balance. It talks about court. It talks about decisions. So how interesting. I would not be surprised if Brian Tully at some point in time ends up being in a situation. We have another one, clever girl. I'm having a difficult time hearing. I'm sorry, y'all. My volume is all the way up. Oh my goodness, what is going on over here? Okay, I don't know. So there's nothing wrong with my microphone either. Somebody tell me if it. So if some of you can hear and some of you cannot, then it's probably on your end. I hate to say it. And I don't want to mix with this because what if I lose this whole thing? Should I try this? Yeah, let me try this. What is this control going to do? No, I'm not going to try it because I might mess up the whole thing. Just leave it. Okay. Ooh. I am going to say Brian Tully is responsible for, again, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions. And allegedly, do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. I'm not here to give any advice, legal, spiritual, financial, medical advice, or in any way, shape, or form, or political advice. This is, like I said, for entertainment purposes only. So this tells me he is a participant. We're going to continue to ask. It's been a while since I used my shells, and I'm surprised today they were on me out. So I'm going to say, based on what this is telling me, is I don't know if he's directly responsible, but he's a participant, or he is witnessed but chose not to take action. Okay? So, interesting. Interesting. Brian Tully, how instrumental were you? How instrumental were you? I think he's more like a come back later and fix up and clean up and tie up all the loose ends kind of a guy. So I don't know, based on what my shells, my whatever's telling me here thus far, is like not directly responsible for John O'Keefe's demise, but might have witnessed something or participated or was present and could be the cleanup crew. So y'all have to tell me in the comments section. Let's see what else is going on here. We have 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, interesting, the Hierophant, the 10 of Wands. Is he taking directions from somebody? and Four of Cups. Very dissatisfied with the position he's in right now, but very burdened also by the offer, by the deal, by whatever is going on, internal communication. Money has exchanged hands for sure. Oh, here we go. Seven of Cups. Ace of Swords. He is very much aware. Okay, hang on. Queen of Swords right under the Hierophant. How interesting. Huh. So, oh, clean up crew, dude. Yeah, thought as much. Clean up crew. Yeah, I'm going to take out some of these charms. I just want to make sure none of them are mixed up. Hang on, okay? Yeah, they're all in the right containers. The Looking Glass. Tinkerbell. The Timepiece. I think he's a cleanup crew, y'all. Like after the fact, hey, go do that, go fix this, clean this up, whatever. Loyalty to the Hierophant. We're coming, we're getting there, hang on. Feeling very burdened with the fact that he had to tie up all the loose ends. Peace, lacking greatly. Wanting to be free. Wanting to be free. This right on the Ace of Swords. How odd. The anchor, yeah, okay. So the anchor, can you all see it? Yeah. Yes. See that? How cool. The workings of time. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do this again. Turn on the fan because God knows. This is what happens when you get on with age, and then women of my particular age group, it's like hot, cold, whoop. All right, so let's do it. He's got the Moon card with the Magician card. Okay, so in terms of the Magician, we know it's Mercury, it's communication, etc. And the Moon card sitting on top of that tells me here, it's got 5 and 4. Yeah, it tells me right over here that hiding behind a certain power or doing something in terms of utilizing your power, utilizing your authority, utilizing your influence for keeping certain things under the lid, keeping certain things in the dark for very particularly reasons. And then you have Saturn, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune. Of course, that everybody says, well, Kirtana, we know it's full of BS, right? I mean, these people, how they are trying to how they are trying to hide everything. But hang on, then we have Saturn, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So Saturn and Wheel of Fortune, Saturn is government again, and Wheel of Fortune says that, you know, things are going, things are moving, things are constantly turning. But here's the thing, the first group of cards, the Moon and the Magician, I'm going to say this guy is keeping things under wraps. So somebody who is more elevated than him in terms of the power or the hierarchy. So managing details, managing information and hiding them, or managing information and keeping them under racks really to protect somebody who's a lot more advanced than him in terms of in terms of the position or power in that little city or county or hamlet or village or whatever the heck you call it. Okay, so and then in terms of the Saturn and the Wheel of Fortune, Saturn is again government, but then Wheel of Fortune coming here is saying, okay, the Wheel of Fortune is power, movement, growth, wisdom, etc. Right, and things are constantly changing. But the government, which is the agency, which is it's sitting there and saying, no, you got to slow down. You cannot. Things can't be moving that fast. We can't let things get out of control that fast. We got to restrict it. So in other words, whatever the energy is of the Wheel of Fortune, the Saturn sitting here is saying, no, 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 we got to restrict it. Okay, and keep in mind, Wheel of Fortune is a Jupiter card. You wait and watch around the towards the end of the month, like 25th, 26th of where are we at? What is today's date? Here's my calendar, 16th. So around 25th or 26th of May, things are going to change. I think that's when, if I'm not mistaken, Saturn and Jupiter are going to be coming together in one particular house. So we are going to see some really interesting stuff happen around then. Moving on, we have the Earth card and then we have the Justice card. So Earth card, again, we have number 8 over here, and the Justice card is for me in this deck is number 8. So I'm going to say, how interesting, right? So trying to stabilize, trying to bury, trying to make more solid the decisions and the way the court moves, trying to control it and trying to make it more solid in such a way that it is going to be unshakable, like trying to maneuver it or coerce it in a particular direction, as everybody can clearly see. Hi, Moonlight Me. Joe Smith, hi. Okay, so I do believe that they're trying to maneuver, manipulate, of course. But here's another thing. Trying to, how shall I say, weigh down justice, okay? Justice is supposed to be able to, justice doesn't particularly favor, if you look at justice, right? She's got that blindfold. But it's trying to weigh it down, meaning anchor it down so that it can be swayed to a particular, not giving it the freedom to do what it really needs. And it's interesting, you come back to the 8th house here again. 8th house does talk about longevity, wills, secrets, legacies, material matters, it's illusions, shared resources. So trying to hide what really is in terms of the power, the and the Earth card, power. What's the word I'm looking for? Where the power really lies in that city. So I'm pretty sure that the people who really this is it's not just the judge and the police and the lieutenant over here trying to play God. There are people behind the scenes who are a lot more powerful than these guys over here. So this is a bigger thing. And I am pretty sure that she did not kill John O'Keefe. I'm just going to say, somebody here says, I don't know what happened. Joe Smith says, I'm assuming she realized she hit him when she found him in the snow and it's an accident. So again, it's your opinion, right? We are all entitled to our opinion. So right now I'm reading for Brian Tully. Then we move on and then we have the 9 of Pentacles. How interesting. So 9 of Pentacles, as we know, it talks about having enough resources and stability to be self-reliant and having enough in terms of being able to live your life very comfortably. And that is under scrutiny, because here's the thing, if you actually go look at his I'm sorry if I keep raising it. Okay, where the hell is this dang camera? There we go. If you go look at his finances, like I say all the time, follow the money, right? You will see that his lifestyle may be a little bit more luxurious than what his money is able to buy, or what his pay package is, right? I feel like there's some shenanigans there. And then you have the Eight of Cups here. Let me show you. I think I showed the cards, but I'll show it to y'all again. The Eight of Cups, right? I would not be surprised if this guy, Brian Tully, is desperately trying to walk away from this whole scenario, because he knows it's a question of the time ticking for him, right? These are the hands of time, and this is Tinkerbell, right? He is desperately trying to walk away from this situation, because he's like, it's going to bury him. He knows that, everybody knows that, and he's like, what do I do, how do I do to detach myself from this situation? So I don't know whether I said this about him. I think Debbie will be able to attest to it. Was it Brian Tully? I said, is he the one who separated from his wife? Or maybe he's trying to, or whatever. So either way, I feel like this guy is trying to emotionally detach himself, also from his relationship. I wouldn't be surprised. There's some sort of animosity over there going on. Then we have the Hierophant, right? Are you? Come on. The Hierophant. And the Hierophant is Taurus, and it signifies government, it signifies law, it signifies institutions, and religion, and organizations where there are rules and regulations that you have to follow. You don't have a choice. So I am going to say that with him, his loyalty in terms of the government agencies. Oh, thanks, Debbie, for posting that. But there's this emotional detachment trying to happen here, trying to either physically leave or emotionally actually leave from this whole scenario. But also, it's going to affect his money. You watch. Now, with the Hierophant, I'm going to say his loyalty, man, his loyalty to the government agency, his loyalty to whoever it is who is higher up in terms of, be it the court, be it the police, be it the whatever, his loyalty is unwavering. And that's the thing that gets me. It's like, I want to know what it is about these people that they're so loyal, that they're willing to cover up for one another, so blatantly obvious. And all of them, in my opinion, the judges, not up and up. She's not, and none of these people are. So it's like, why? Like, who? How big, how deep does this run? And then you have the Ten of Wands. He is extremely burdened. I'm surprised this guy doesn't have ulcers or whatever, and kidney issues or whatever the heck. Ouch. And then the bow over here, right? Okay. So in terms of feeling extremely burdened with this whole situation, and saying like, I don't even know how to fix it. What do I do? Where do I go from here? So whoever it is, right, be it the authority, be it the government agency, be it whoever is higher up than him, have offered him something, right? Something like, say, you know what, we'll do our best to cover you, but this is as much as we can do, take it or leave it, like a deal, right? Go there and do this, and this, and we can't totally back you up, but we'll give you a little something here and there, some sort of negotiation. He is very dissatisfied with that. He is very, very, very dissatisfied. He feels like, I took one for you guys and now you're throwing me to the wolves. And it's very interesting. He's trying to find peace and acceptance in terms of what he's been offered by the agency or whoever his loyalty is, what he's being offered. Totally loyal to this, totally loyal. So he's upset. He's like, you guys, I mean, come on, this is really, you said you were going to back me up 100%. That's why I did all of this, and now you are kind of throwing me to the wayside. Then he's got the Seven of Cups. There has been a little bit of a situation with this guy in terms of whether he accepts it or not. Having a good time, indulging in things that are not necessarily of high morality, you know what I mean? So indulgence in things and being a little bit greedy also, because all the monies that he was able to accumulate through whatever nefarious sources and whatever other mischief he's been up to, it did to a certain extent facilitate certain habits, certain lifestyle, etc. But he's also now wanting to distance himself from that, and he wishes he could. He wishes he could. He wants to be free of that now. He wants to be. He wants to alienate himself from that particular, burn your hairs, furs everywhere. He wants to alienate himself from that image, but there's no way he can go back and rework it or redraw it. It's like an architect who's drawing plans for a new building, right? And he's like, oh shit, too bad, I can't go back and retrace whatever. Then you have the Ace of Swords, total clarity in terms of what his current situation is. He's like, I'm fucked. I mean, if he doesn't understand that, and on top of that you have this thing, total clarity. He feels also that he is. People are taking pot shots at him. He feels that he is a sitting duck, and at any moment, whoever can take a shot at him, and he'll be gone. Like, he is concerned. But when I say total clarity, he is very, very cognizant of his situation and how he's very aware of the fact that he's lying through his teeth. He's very aware of the fact that what he's doing is not right, that an innocent person is whatever, but he's like, I'm too far in this, I can't do anything, I can't backpedal now. And then you have the Queen of Swords. She is the anchor, y'all. I mean, heck, the judge is not the queen pin. The Queen of Swords, she is the anchor. She is the one who not only, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is that, oh, let me look at her face, because I'm so confused with the names. I'm like, what is her name? Jennifer what? Yeah, Jennifer's, and what is her face's name? Jennifer, the lady who, she's got a lot of teeth. That's the only way I remember her. Jennifer, is that Jennifer McCabe? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, hell, what is her face's name, y'all? Yes, Jennifer McCabe, thank you. She is the anchor, y'all. She is the anchor for all of this. It's right on the head of it. She manages everything. Jen McCabe, whatever. She monitors everything. Why aren't people doing anything? And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe she herself is watching this video, maybe somebody on her side is watching the video, but welcome. Hey, like I said, this is for entertainment purposes. These are allegedly my observations and my opinions. Do your research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. That woman, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's okay, baby. I said it before, I'll say it again. She is. I'm sorry, y'all. Sweetheart, there is no place. Let me show you what he's trying to do. Okay, look. See, that's him. I have no space over here. It's okay, baby. You can't come here, sweetheart. There is no space here for you. There's absolutely no place here, baby, for you. I'm so sorry. There is no place. I'm right up against the wall. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's kind of thundering and lightning, so he's kind of a little worried. You gotta back up, baby. You can't come here. There is no place for you. Hang on, y'all, okay? I got very little place here. I'm so sorry. I love you, baby. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I'll shut the window. You can't hear it anymore. Back up now. Back up, sweetheart. There's no place for you. I'm all the way up against the wall. Back up. Some more. Good boy. You wanna go out? Hang on. Go. Watch out. Honey, will you get him? He's getting a little antsy and he wants to get behind my chair. There's no place. Okay, lay down. Okay, never mind. I got him. He's laying down. It's okay, baby. Sorry, y'all. I do apologize. He's a senior dog, and he's like most senior dogs. He's terrified of rain. Even just rain, thunder and lightning is another level. So, and like I say, I have my back is against this wall by just I have about 10 inches gap over here, and he tries to get right behind my chair to lay down, and there's no place for him. I won't even be able to move, so apologies for that. She is the anchor for this. Whatever heck is going on over there, this chick, I feel this is, should I say organized crime or what? Like, I don't know, but, like, you know how some people want to be like the queen bee type of thing oh, there you go. BEE, yeah, emergency alert. This chick wants to be that, and she is that, and she does that, and she does that organization. She's good at organization. She's good at manipulating. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's even like the loyalty is unbelievable to her and whoever this person is who is above him, even in terms of above him, not just Jennifer McCabe, whatever, but in terms of the government people in that area, right? She is the central thing to that, y'all. She is the central thing. Lucinda says, "What?" Yeah, he did. So, anywho, then moving on, we talk about the Seven of Swords, and then we have the little skull thing. So, Seven of Swords clearly says it's a card that signifies stealing some sort of information or something of value, something that could be of value to you. So if one person steals something that's of value to you and it's gone, you are going to be put in a situation where you are you feel like, hey, you don't have your crutches now to walk on, type of thing, right? So he has absolutely, without a doubt, manipulated based on my cards. This is for entertainment purposes only, my observations, my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. In terms of manipulating, managing, mishandling, misappropriating, whatever the words is, evidence. Okay, without a doubt, critical evidence. And after all of that, we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, the Ace of Cups here. Now he has the Ace of Swords, and here you have the Ace of Cups. But him being strong, him being emotionally like clear, solid in terms of grounded, in terms of, hey, you know what, I'm going to be able to manage this, handle this. I'm telling you, it's diminishing. It's all a matter of time when he crumbles. This guy is running nervous. It is a matter of time. He is just going to crumble big time. So, big time crumble. Give me 1 second. Hang on. Hang on, everybody. I gotta pick these balls. Oh my goodness. It's all about the Hierophant here, y'all. It's all about the Hierophant. What is the fourth house? All the hard work that he has put in, all these, in his opinion, all the hard work that he has put in terms of his career and everything thus far, it's pretty much shaken. And that's the thing, that the sense of, hey, don't worry, you know, you're set for life, you know, we will take care of you, we will make sure you can retire in the police force or whatever the heck force. I mean, he's a lieutenant. We'll make sure you retire and you're comfortable or whatever. Third house, his immediate environment and his communication, his neighbors. Look, his profession, of course, we know is whatever, but if somebody is able to, I don't know whether he has siblings, but if somebody taps into his siblings, there may be a couple of things he might have let spill that the siblings might be aware of. So I don't know how that'll play into it. So um, that is something that I don't know if he has siblings, whether he has brothers or sisters or whatever, but some sort of communication. He has communicated something to them. And see, it's also his what's the word? I want to say his physical self. I don't know what I mean, like his shoulders. Something about his shoulders. I don't know what it is. His mental state is not good at the moment. It's not good. Even before I started the reading, I looked at his picture and I said he's really very nervous, very skittish, very nervous. So give me one quick second. Let me put these away and then we will pull out some more cards. So y'all strap in. This is going to be like a long little thing. Hi, clever girl. Moonlight me, says Karen. Read is Pisces, yeah. Boys club mentality. I agree. Delvin says hi. He's kind of now slept on he's kind of, I think the fact that I had the window open and now we can't hear anything because it is what that window, what do you call the one that keeps the sound out, whatever that window is. Expensive stuff, but hey, the things you do for your fur babies, right? Give me 1 second. Brian Tully, you're fried, dude. You are freaking fried. Brian Tully. Show me what I need to see about Brian Tully. Something about sibling siphoning money. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. My observations, my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, draw your own conclusions. Please note that I'm not insinuating hate or anything and inciting hate. I'm not doing any of that. I don't condone it. And FYI, I am not suicidal. I'm totally cognizant of my environment. I'm happy. I'm happy and healthy. Hale and healthy. And very blessed. So, hi Arachari. So, I feel like something to do with moving something of substance, assets or something, through to his brothers or sisters or somebody. It's like trying to, here, take this and keep it, or something like that. So, Brian Tully, the cross. I'll take these two. The crossroads and the bear. How interesting. Okay, the crossroads and the bear. So interesting. So the cross says this situation for him requires a lot of faith. The question is, does he have the ability to what is this card? There's something printed on it. Here, let me see what for a second. What? I gotta clean this. Okay, well, I ain't doing it now. So, so with the cross, it talks about absolutely he needs to have faith in the commitment that he has made to the people who he had teamed up with and said, okay, I'll do your dirty work for you. But the problem with that is he has the crossroads. So now he's like in a situation where, like I said earlier, I feel like he's very nervous. He's like, he is very torn to bits in terms of, holy shit, what is going on? There's no way I can get out of it. So he's at crossroads trying to decide, am I going to take this route, rat him out, or keep my mouth shut, or just end it all. And then 15, which is the bear, right? So the bear says, somebody extremely overbearing, a very strong, oppressive, somebody who has that kind of a nature is what or uh, whom is standing over him, literally threatening him, or it's not so much a threat as just imagine a bear attacking somebody, and it's like it just bares its teeth, right, or snarls or whatever. So I have a feeling, if anybody, this guy will squeal, because he is in a situation now where he's like, oh shit. And then we have the garden. One more card, please. And then we have the fish. How interesting. How interesting. I think he's contemplating, do I squeal, do I not? He's at crossroads. He is absolutely at crossroads. He doesn't know what and how to move forward. And then here we have the 8 again. So he's kind of in a bit, like, his support, the people who support him, he understands in the social media, in the in this day and age of technology, like, his reputation is shot to shit. So he's like, how do I recover from this? So he's trying desperately to network and to find other people, resources, alliances, connections that can help him out of it. But unfortunately, this guy is freaking screwed. He is like, well, you sleep in the bed you make, buddy. So, and then for the fish, which is his final card, the luxury, the extravagance, the money, all that stuff that he enjoyed thus far, all that is drying up, because the desperate need to detach himself from this whole group is going. I have a feeling, if there's anybody who's going to squeal, I think this will be the fellow who's going to squeal. But he also understands with squealing comes some serious repercussions. So that's where the clarity of thought and the strong emotions come into play. Can you withstand that, to do the right thing? Wow. What's on top? The gentleman, the lady, and the stork. Wow. Because some doofus magoofus is like I think in one of I was laughing in one of my videos, like I always say, like, hey, can you guys see me and can you guys hear me? And some fool says, we don't want to see you. And I was like, okay. And then the very next comment was, well, you said you're going to show the cards, why aren't you showing the cards? I'm like, fool, you didn't want to see me, so shut up and go away. But what are you going to do, right? There are people like that too, just wanting to cause trouble. So what this it blows my mind. It just blows my mind. So in terms of the partnership between a female and a male over here, right, is very much and I'll come to who. So these are two individuals who are way above him in terms of either the social hierarchy in that little hamlet or village, wherever they are from, and city, county, higher than him in terms of social standing, in power, in everything. So if the woman says, hey, I want you to do this, he feels like he's caught between these two powers. Okay, that's the issue. And then we have 17, which is the stork. Now I am going to say that he might come out with a new statement, a new announcement or something. He might come out with something that's going to be pretty what's the word I'm looking for, pretty pretty shocking, where people are going to be like, oh shit, we were not expecting this. This is from the left. Where is this coming from? What is going on? So I'm, like I said before, wait until the 25th, 26th of May. We're going to see some other changes. This is a long one, y'all. I told y'all that, right? So no, I don't want to use you today. So you stay here. You be happy. You rest. Sorry, I picked the wrong deck. This is not what I wanted to use. I apologize. Yeah, come here, bud. Alright, guys. Can sit here happy and rest, right? Okay. Brian Tully, I wouldn't be surprised if he is the one who ends up squealing, y'all. Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Tully ends up squealing. Give me one final card for Brian Tully, please. Okay. See, I am going to say this fellow is going to squeal. Of all the people, I feel that Brian Tully, he might give up something, some information. When I say squeal voluntarily or like, oops, type of thing. So, you know. Thank you. Okay, so we did Brian Tully. Now I'm going to move on to Yuri Bukhenik, right? Let's see Yuri Bukhenik. So Yuri Bukhenik, I have his date of birth as his date of birth as February 28, 1983. Now for him, he's a Pisces. He has 8th and 6th house. So his 8th house is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th house is Libra. 6th house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th house is Leo. So Libra is ruled by Venus, and Leo is ruled by the Sun. So, and here we have Jupiter and Neptune that rule Pisces, right? What is the 6th house? 6th house talks about habits. It talks about health or disease. It talks about friends or enemies. It talks about court, legalities, work, and it also talks about see, this fellow, hey, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions, and allegedly do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. I want to say something about Yuri Bukhenik. I wonder if this guy has, A, it could go two ways. He has really bad body odor, or B, he is a person who kind of is very sensitive to smell. Don't ask me. So that's a 6th house. 8th house talks about longevity, will, secrets, illusions, shared resources, intuition, murder, defeat, etc., etc. So, dude, you are fucked, man. Seriously. Okay. One card already popped out. That was water, and we know Pisces is a water sign. Right, and Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. Neptune is illusions. Friday night party, right? Air, okay. And the moon, are we surprised? Now keep in mind, Jupiter is the ether, right? Because Jupiter contains all the elements, right? Jupiter contains everything. And Jupiter is so expansive too. So, how interesting. 6th house is Libra, correct? No, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Leo. Moon cards popped out. So we have the Magician. Magician popped out for Brian Tully too, remember? We have the World card, interesting. And then we have the Sun card, wow. Y'all, this guy, I'm going to say with this Bukhenik guy, he is a little bit, or tries to be macho and tries to be, I don't know, I haven't seen like pictures of him. Y'all ladies, I'm sure y'all will know, whoever else is watching. Oh boy, Bukhenik. I wouldn't be surprised if he is the kind of guy who wants to, let me take a look. Somebody tell me, is he into bodybuilding and all that stuff? Destructive 80 miles per hour winds. Whoa. Okay then. Okay, let's see. Is he the kind of guy who's into all that bodybuilding business or whatever? Like, little bit, little bit egotistical, even though he's a Pisces. But see, I'm trying to get to the dang picture. Come on. There we go. Or likes to think of himself like that. See, but with this guy, it's very, very interesting because he's delusional, man. Oh, he is very muscular? Oh, there you go. But he's also very delusional in terms of, okay, you know how you go to the gyms, not that I don't know the last time I went to the gym, clearly you can tell when you look at me, but I was never a gym rat, but I used to go to the gym just to exercise and get the heck out of there when I was into my equestrian and all that stuff, just a question of wanting to keep fit and cardio and a little bit of weights, etc. But you go to the gym, you see this guy, and he thinks he's like really the strong guy, girl, strong man, a strong woman, and then some other person walks by who looks very like ordinary, and they end up lifting more weights. So this guy is like a little bit delusional about it. But here's the other thing: he also, see, there's a lot of water over here. He also thinks, with the magician card popping up here, which is Mercury, he is, I'll tell you though, this fellow has a gift of the gab. He does. But with the magician card, he likes to think of him as having his words carrying weight just because of who he is. He likes to think of himself as somebody who has the power. Like, let's say, for example, there's a parking lot and there's some argument going on, and he gets down from his truck that is elevated or whatever. You know how those people have trucks that are like elevated, and then out pops this guy, and he's only 5 feet tall. It makes me laugh. Nothing wrong in being 5 feet tall, but I notice, like, usually it's the shorter people who have those elevated trucks. It's just my observation, okay? He gets out of this truck and he goes and he tries to make peace with everybody and say, hey man, stop that. And he thinks his word and his presence carries a lot more weight than it actually does. Just saying. Then he's got the world card. World card is, of course, Saturn. It's a Saturnian card. It talks about completions. It talks about, things coming full circle. He, in his head, feels like his hard work and his diligence is what is going to get him to be able to retire in a position of power. But the problem is, he also has a sun card and the moon card. His ego, yes, he's all about his physical appearance and ego, etc. But it's one thing to pretend and to think like you have the power and you have the wherewithal and you can lift 400 pounds, but in reality you can only lift 150 pounds. So he's like that. He thinks in his head that he has the ability to do that, because again you have another opposition over here, contradiction. You have the moon and the sun. The moon says no and the sun says yes. Moon is like keep things hidden, and the sun says I'm going to shed light on everything and there are no secrets. Everything can be see, wait a second. Oh, hold on. So Devi says he's very muscular. Okay, that validates that. Harasses people for talking bad about Jen McCabe. There you go. Then again validation. Harasses people for leaving rubber ducks around town. That's, oh my God, this guy is a douchebag. He looks dorky to me, but not very truthful to understand. Wait a second. Beverly says, wow, Yuri probably is sensitive to smell. When testifying about viewing a body in the investigation, he stressed the smell to the point of tasting. Oh my God, Beverly, thank you for posting that, because right there is validation. I'm just saying, thank you for that validation. Oh my goodness. My cards don't lie. And now I'm cold. Yeah. I'm going to be here for a long time today, y'all. Bunny, your hair's everywhere, baby. Okay, let's. Oh my goodness. I got bunny hair in my mouth. Hang on, y'all. Y'all, his hair is everywhere. His fur is everywhere. Okay, so we did that. What did I want to do? I want to pull out these cards, but oh well, I'll do this. Wow. Where do these people come from, y'all? Where in God's world do these people come from? And Saturn is now in Pisces, and Pisces is his first house. So I'm like, dude, you're messing around because look, he's got Saturn here, right in the middle, and it's, I don't know. Thank you, Beverly. See, that's what I love. Lucinda goes, he thinks his shit don't smell. But man, where do these people come from? But see, that's what I love. The validation, you get like people like right away, y'all are like, I love that. And it makes me feel good that my guides are, showing and like there's no ifs and buts about it. So Yuri Bukhenik. Whole bunch of cards for him. We'll take it. Ace of Wands, all about his ego. Page of Swords, King of Wands, Two of Cups, the Strength card, right? The Magician. He's power hungry, this little fucker. That's what it is. The Empress, the Lover's card, the Six of Pentacles, the King of Cups, man, for real. And then he's got the Three of Wands. This guy is a power hungry fellow, for sure. I mean, there's no ifs and buts about it. Magician, Mercury, and then Water, the 6th house. He is sitting very confident. Legal, 6th house is legals, courts, legalities, courts, work, health, your diseases, your lack of work also, your see, there's another thing weird about this. It's very odd. Sanitation, right? So sanitation, that's another thing. Personal hygiene or lack thereof, or very particular about things being a particular way, like constantly OCD, something. It's the opposite ends of the spectrum. Either he's extremely OCD about his environment and the hygiene, or he's like a stinky fellow. So this fell there. I'm going to leave that there. So we have the key, and I'll show you. Let me get that. Very interesting. This guy has got some interesting placements. How cool. That doesn't, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but we'll see. How interesting, man. I'm telling you, this is like the rabbit. How interesting, it's so, the Star, knitting needles, fabrication. This one up came out for that guy also. Give and take. That lotus thingy, piece, lotus, and the key again, and then we have that. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Ace of Wands. Hang on one second. We have the Ace of Wands, and then we have the key. Okay. Then we have the Page of Swords. With the musical note. Then we have the Empress. Ooh, with the star. Oh my God, y'all, I don't know. And then we have the Lover's card and the knitting needles, y'all. Oh, y'all, remember there was this young girl, I think I did a reading on her about how she got pregnant and then she died, but then committed suicide apparently. But I said no, that's murder. And one of the police or somebody in this particular city where this drama is going on was responsible for that. Somebody confirm, is it this Yuri guy? Or is it somebody else? Because again, these are allegedlys and yada yada. Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, there's no way I can prove to you that I don't watch the trial unless somebody wants to come and take my computer and check my history and see. I don't have the patience to watch all that, seriously, because I don't have the time. And with my traveling and all my work and all that, impossible. And I really don't have that patience, y'all. So if Clever Girl is trying to, seriously, but okay, whatever. I don't need to explain myself. So it would rile me up, y'all. Any of these court cases, y'all, it will freaking rile me up, and my blood pressure will go up, and I'll be pacing back and forth, just getting mad and madder, because it's like the idiocy of it all. So what I feel with this guy is he is instrumental. Sandra Birchmore, yeah. Was this Yuri guy in any way, shape, or form associated with that case? Do you know? But I feel like this guy holds the key to the magician, whoever the person is who is responsible for this whole thing. Like I said, you have the magician, you have the Queen of Swords, right? And then you have the Hierophant. So I feel Fanning was involved in Birchmore. Okay, it wasn't this guy. Okay. John Fanning. We'll get to John Fanning anyway. So I feel like this guy really holds the key in terms of, I feel like he has been given a little bit more power than he should have. And on top of that, his ego drives him. So he's like, his head is all swollen with all that ego business. But this guy, I feel like he's instrumental. I feel like he truly holds the key, because we start with this key and we end with this key, right? And then we have a little heart, and that's on the Three of Wands. I'll tell you how this case is. Listen, for this guy is instrumental. If Yuri Bukhenik actually speaks the truth, this whole case will be closed in 2 minutes. He has a page of swords also over here. So the Page of Swords does talk about, a lot of gossip, a lot of talking, he's like, I don't care. All that gossip, all that talking is fine, because for him it is music to his ears. He's like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. He doesn't give a flying fuck about gossip and talk and all that. He doesn't. Then you have the Empress, and the Empress card is Venus, right? It's love, it's pregnancy, yada yada, all that fine things, right? And it talks about abundance, it talks about security, and he has a little star card over here. I hate to say this, but I'm again, this is for entertainment purposes only. My observations, my opinions, and allegedly, do your own research, do your own due diligence. Oh my God. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, draw your own conclusions. He's all about having, oh God, how do I even say this, y'all? I don't know if I should put this out over there because this is a little bit sensitive. Y'all, I'm telling you, this guy, and then we have the lover's card, of course, and the knitting needles, y'all. I feel like this guy has been having some sort of entanglement with a particular female, and took great pride in that, takes great pride in that, and he's also very, okay, this is TMI, he's very cognizant about his, how endowed he is in terms of his privates. I mean, he's very that kind of a character. And see, shit, fuckers. And then you have the so I'm going to leave it at that. No, you are not going to push me for you. Yeah. Hi, Courtney. Deb, you are very, very naughty. I'll tell you that. And yeah, you're right. So I'm going to leave it at that. And he has got the lover's card over here, which is Gemini. And Gemini talks about duality, partnerships, choices, that sort of a stuff. And he is a Pisces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth house. What is fourth house? Fourth house is emotions. Fourth house is affairs. Fourth house is conveyances. It's prosperity. It's the your relationships with people that contribute to what you would consider home, the basis, the foundation, the structure, the physical home, the immediate family, that sort of a thing, right? So, and then he's got the knitting needles. Like knitting needles, what does it mean? Always knitting a yarn, right? And keep in mind, the lover's card is Gemini card. Gemini is ruled by Mercury again. So, and it's an air card. And here we have, he thinks the world of her. He thinks the world of her. Oh my God. I'm going to leave it at that. I won't delve into it anymore. I really am not going to delve into that anymore. So in terms of, okay, moving on. We have the King of Wands. So King of Wands is somebody who has a courage, who is physical, who takes action, who's willing to do all of that, but also very ego driven. But then there's a level of corruption over here, because here you go, you have this little thing like a leaf, right? There's a level of corruption over here because it's got 25, which is 7. 7 is partnerships, and then 3, which is the world card. 3 is your immediate environment. Oh my goodness. It's a give and take relationship with a certain somebody. There you go. Give and take relationship. And it's an illicit relationship. I'm not going any further into this. Don't ask me. Don't be naughty. Don't put names out there and put question marks. I know what you're up to. Oh, shit. And then after that, you have the Two of Cups. Fancy that. Two of Cups. Can somebody confirm to me if this guy is married? Two of Cups, and you have the heart over there. Oh my goodness, this guy is. And then you have the Strength card. Remember I said his 6th house is Leo, Strength card is Leo, and then you have the little bunny rabbit. Oh my God, I am so... Okay. Can somebody confirm if Bukhenik is married? Because I think he is. And then we have the King of Cups. Oh my word. This guy is something else. Illicit affairs, man. Shit. That is what this symbolizes. Okay, I haven't gone to their house and peeped in the windows and all that to validate that. So again, don't come at me, because this is for entertainment, allegedly, it's observations. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. And I am not suicidal. I am hale and hearty and healthy and happy in my environment and very blessed. So, so Two of Cups talks about partnerships, and see, it's right under the Moon and the Sun card. He does definitely, this symbolizes in a reading, when I see cards like this, it symbolizes somebody having parallel relationships, significant relationships, like exclusive relationships, like, you know, even if somebody is not married to each other, they could be living with each other, they could consider themselves significant other, like partners or whatever. That would also be like a partnership, a marriage type of a situation, right? And then he's got the strength card. Strength card is Leo, right? Leo is his sixth house. And what is sixth house? Again, hang on, he's a Pisces, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth house. Yeah, it talks about a struggle. He has been struggling with his friends, his enemies, people, love, hate, that sort of a thing. But also, there is struggling with his own work, like his ability at his work. There's some sort of a struggle going on over there. I also want to say, with this showing me, the duality over here lies in one stable, in one committed relationship. He likes to, one in a reading like this, in one, I would say, in one relation, because we've established that they are dual relationships, right? Parallel. In one relationship, he wants to come across as having the upper hand, the very ego, the male, the dominance, the yada yada. But in the other relationship, which is just as committed or whatever, he likes to come across as a little. That's all I'm saying. Then you have the King of Cups, and then you have the Three of Wands. It's trying to show emotional balance, trying to balance it all, but I don't know how long he's going to be able to carry on this bullcrap, because yes, narcissism, this, that, or whatever. I'm not a psychologist, but if people say he's narcissistic, he's sociopath, psychopath, whatever those terms mean, I don't know. How long is he going to be able to carry on this duality? Because clearly he's got duality popping up here with the Lovers card here, the Two of Cups here, etc. He's also got the Magician here, he's got the Ace of Wands here, he's got the Sun and the Moon totally contradictory. But here's the thing, in terms of trying to show empathy, trying to be a leader who's in touch with his soul and his inner self and all that, dude, how long are you going to carry on that? Like, I don't know, man, how you manage that. And then he's got the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, what does that say? It talks about teamwork, commerce, expansion, and travel. But that's the thing, this duality in this relationship, he cannot afford to let that one relationship, parallel relationship, that one fall to the wayside, because that is the relationship that is facilitating his ability to expand, ability to travel. Travel can be physical travel can be expand and travel to new horizons in terms of even his job, like, how am I going to grow bigger, how am I going to go to the next level, etc. And he's waiting, and I think that's the issue. See, he had his heart set on a particular, well, his loyalties lie to only one of those women, I'm just going to say. The other one is just whatever. And he has always been watching that, and he has always thought that relationship is the one that's going to give him, that's going to be the golden key to progress and moving on. So I'm not getting any deeper into that, because I'm just saying. He absolutely knows who exactly is responsible for the demise of John O'Keefe. clear evidence. He absolutely knows for a fact. Confirmed. He absolutely knows. Wow, I'm so happy. There's a sense of I don't know, um, lightness, happiness. I mean, this is a sad case. A man lost his life, and they're trying to pin it on an innocent person. But because I hadn't used these shells in a long time, oh my God, he knows exactly who did John O'Keefe wrong. He knows all the details, like everything. He knows. Oh, I can't with these people. But that's the world we live in, man. I mean, that's the freaking world we live in, y'all. This is freaking ridiculous. Are you serious? Y'all, what I want to do is, while we are all over here, I want to say I actually meant to do a video, but I am not going to do a video because converting those files and all just takes so much of time. That's why I slowly gravitate towards doing live shows, because I don't have to sit there and all those different websites I paid for to be able to convert this file into that file into this file. I spend so much of money. I'm like, that's bullshit. I ain't doing that no more. So that's why I'm sticking to lives. So why just oh, Lucinda said was on the street is that the female is the one with the belt knot. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know what that means, but okay. Uh, yeah, exactly. Isn't that crazy? I mean, exactly. It's just so unfair. Yeah, it's see, I've said that so many times, y'all. Even like in the Diddy case, right? Uh, let's not just say Diddy is the only one doing it. His drivers, his the people who work for him, his assistants, his bodyguards, his help at home, his cook, his manager, his whoever, dress designer, whoever, every single person who knew and was witness to all the shenanigans that Diddy did all these years, but chose to keep their mouth shut. Every one of them is guilty. Every one of them should also be held accountable and should serve time in prison. Okay, I won't get into that because anyway, y'all. Once I finish this, right, I'm going to log out of this live, and I'm immediately going to start another live. So give it like 10-15 minutes, or it's just 10 minutes, and watch your notification. I'm going to have another live. It's going to be interesting, so join in for that, okay? So now let's move on to John Fanning. John Fanning, Doofus McGoofus. Hang on one second. Before I go to John Fanning, I want to pull some cards for finish clarifications for Dingalong. What is his name? Yuri Bukhenik. Let me get one card for him, please. Oh, interesting. Fish. Well, 3 cards. Oh, we got this card earlier too. So very interesting. So in terms of his network, it's all about his network. Something about his network, or the people who he considers to be his closed network, that sort of a thing. The information is going to be coming out. There is going to be a written document, there is going to be a piece of paper, a written evidence, like concrete written evidence, that's going to pop up, that's going to create some sort of a drama. So I don't know if that is already popped up, but or it will, but it will create, it's going to pop up and it's going to create some drama. It's a question of I don't know how the case works and where they are at, but it's a question of that information going through the correct channels to pop up. And it's about money, it's about finances, it's about excesses, disproportionate style of living to your financial abilities. All that's going to pop up, and that's going to be a whole nother thing. I am rooting for Karen Reid to actually take all these people to court on a civil suit and sue the shit out of them. But the sad thing is, the money is going to come out of the taxpayers' pockets. I hope there is some sort of a loophole, a legal loophole, where she can actually go after them and their personal assets, right, rather than the taxpayers' money. So Beverly says, I believe Yuri absolutely knows John O'Keefe was not hit by a car just by seeing, yeah. So, okay. So now we're going to move on to John Fanning. John Fanning, I have his date of birth is September 12, 1918. FYI, September is Virgo. And listen, here's the thing. John Fanning also has 8 and 3. What is the third house? Immediate environment, communication, brothers, sisters, yada yada. Third house also talks about neighbors. It talks about your profession, your courage, etc. And 8th house, again, longevity, secrets, wills, legacies, disgrace, degradation, murder, defeat, yada yada, all that, illusions, sexual deviancies, all that good stuff. So if he is a Virgo and she is a Pisces, so hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7th house partnerships. Okay, let's see what comes out for John Fanning. Let me look at his ugly face one more time. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. And allegedly, in my observations and my opinions, do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. Oh, this little kid, John Fanning. Oh my goodness, talk about sexual deviances. Did I say that already? Okay. 8th house, yeah. He's a Virgo, right? Virgo, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8th house is Aries. Okay. Aries is ruled by Mars and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Third house, 1, 2, 3 is Mars and Pluto. Ooh, this guy. Sagittarius. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4th house, okay. Oh wow, Cancer, 12 and 11th house. Mercury rules Virgo. Eleventh house, like-minded people, groups and friends. Oh shit, profiteering from trade, illicit trade. Oh my god, these people, man, they're all running some sort of a scam, man. These people follow the money. I mean, shit, come on now, for God's sake. The Fool, the Pope or Hierophant, and the Lover's card. Oh my god, I'm so sick of these people and their dualities and their fakeness and their bullshit. The fuck? The Fool card is Uranus. It says change and rebirth. But dude, how are you going to, and it's fallen in your 9th house, so discoveries, change and rebirth, and your sexual deviances. John Fanny. Temperance, Sagittarius is also there with Temperance, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, the Devil card, this guy, good Lord. Oh, hello. Oh. Okay. Yeah. King of Cups, 2 of Cups, King of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. Wow, he's got a lot of pentacles going on over here. What's up, dude? And the Justice card. These two should be here. Huh. Very interesting. Somebody is going to throw him to the wolves, like whoever is, hang on, literally throw him to the wolves. Another gatekeeper. This is another fool who has inside information. My hand hurts. Okay. So he's got Sagittarius and the Fool card. So the Fool card is Uranus, risk-taking, new beginnings. And Sagittarius does talk about travel, expanses, etc., right? And if he is a Virgo, Sagittarius is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th house. He has been planning for a little bit to be able to start new, start afresh. I don't know whether he had briefly thought about relocating, or he did relocate. He wanted to run away or relocate or quit everything and go somewhere, but unfortunately couldn't do that because of the written in blood type of contracts. Then you have the Cancer card. He's a Virgo, so Cancer is his 11th house. 11th house talks about like-minded people, groups of friends, money, this, that, and the other. And that, on top of that, he's got the Hierophant, which is, institutions, etc. And Taurus and Virgo, they kind of, they're okay, they get along well. So his relationship with the higher ups, with the government agencies, or whoever this group of people are in power, is so strong, there's no way he can get away from it. Then he's got Mercury and the Lover's card. The Lover's card is Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So that is going to be his 12, 11, 10th house. 10th house talks about profession, reputation, moral, life goals, success, etc., rank, honor, government. So the bait has been, you don't have a choice, but you have to. I wouldn't be surprised if he at some point in time, if he at some point in time decided or wanted to give up, or maybe he came from another department of I don't know whether he comes from the military, or he was planning to join the military, or he comes from private security services and he's wanting to go to private security service, but for whatever reason he's like, fuck, you can't, it's too soon, you cannot exit now, you're tied now, you have to wait. So, partnership and duality. This fellow has been running something behind the scenes. This guy is not somebody I would trust with anybody because sexual deviances. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. My observations and my opinions, and allegedly, do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. I am not suicidal. I am happy. I'm hale and healthy, and I am. This is just readings, right? Um, Also, this is not to instigate or incite anger in anybody or do anything like that. So please don't go and do any of that stuff. Moving on, he's got temperance. Temperance talks about balance, right? Temperance talks about balance, and he's got this card, which to me is again a card of musical balance, right? So temperance is a Sagittarius card. Temperance says, okay, understanding, moderation, etc. This guy is very, and right after that you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is work, understanding the nature of your work very well, very cognizant, very much aware of the nature of his work, the nature of his commitment and to his job. And unfortunately, this is what it is. This is where I am. This is where I have to keep going. I have to at this point in time maintain balance, maintain a pretense, maintain whatever it is if I want to continue to be employed. I cannot all of a sudden say, all right, I'm done with you guys. He is forced to maintain a semblance of loyalty, and trying very desperately maintaining the balance to continue to have a job and to be able to work. Moving on, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Moon card. Ten of Pentacles does talk about financial security and money and this and that and all, in terms of home, hearth, and being able to provide from the family and this, that, and the other. And he's got the Moon card on it, so I'm pretty sure he lost his job at some point in time, or a threat might have been made to him that you're going to lose your job, you have nowhere to go, because he's terribly, terribly afraid of the fact that he's going to be out of money, out of resources, out of everything. How am I going to live my life? And that has weighed constantly on his mind. And with this particular wheel, I'm going to say gear, he now understands that his actions have led him to a point that is where his longevity in the services, or his security in terms of financial stability is counted. Then you have the Devil card and the key here. But then again, this is another fool. He's got major deviant sexual whatever. Like this guy, he likes all that control and that kind of bullshit. So this is a Capricorn card. He has the ability to liberate, to clear, to clean the slate, to disengage, to cut the cord, etc. He holds the information. He has a key, but he's not going to use it. This fool is not. It's like again trying to play God. But here's the thing with this guy. Okay, with this guy, I feel like he's holding on to this information because by continuing to show loyalty to whoever this core group of people are, that's his only security for his future. Because if he backfires and he goes delinquent on them, his future is not secure. He's aware of it. Then you have the King of Cups over here, followed by the Two of Cups. Again, partnerships. He very well understands that he has to constantly work at maintaining a pretense over here, because if he doesn't maintain loyalty and show loyalty, his future is done for. Yes, this is for Fanning. And look at this, the screwdriver right on the King of Cups. So he's holding it in. He's trying. It's all under pressure. So if you just open that valve a little bit, it'll all erupt. Two of Cups, partnerships. Two of Cups talks about agreements. And here's the thing. Agreements and partnerships and associations with people who are not necessarily of his social standing. I hate to say this, but I would call them he offers false pretenses, offers false security to people who are living in a world of living in a world of illusions for services rendered. That's all I'm saying. Then you have the King of Swords. Here we go back again with the Ten of Pentacles and with the Pope and the Cancer card over here. Look, this guy is tight. He understands how strong these people. Look at the King of Cups. Of course, that is his overwhelming emotions. But then you have the Temperance. You have the King of Swords. You have the Justice card. This guy is like desperately trying for freedom. Desperately. So I don't know. Jamie Harden says aloha real family, happy aloha Friday. There you go. Hi, aloha. So desperately trying, but he cannot break free, because that's the thing. By continuing to show loyalty even though he doesn't want to, it's a big risk he's taking. He understands that's the only way he can guarantee and secure his future. Then you have the Two of Pentacles. See the element of this underwater, the mermaid and then the seahorse. Two of Pentacles. Again, it's the choices, it's the decisions, and it's all financial decisions, choices, security. It's like you may think you have a lot of choices, but no, you have just a couple. You have to be very careful as to how you play this game, because if you just kind of drop it, it'll be like, oops, and it's all gone. It's all underwater. It's all underwater. He has most definitely created little babies outside of. If I were to see a spread such as this at any reading, I would assume these cards are telling me that this individual has fathered children outside of wedlock. Then you have the Justice card. Justice is Libra. Balance is courts, decisions, freedom. Okay, so if he is a Virgo, Libra is his second house. Second house is his own wealth, his family, his possessions, his talents, his assets, etc. I feel that there is going to be a little bit of issue as far as his health is concerned, whether he says it or not. And also he has to be very careful, because I wouldn't be surprised if he loses his ability to earn income moving on. If you know what I mean. His job is in jeopardy. Oh yeah, okay. See, he has been given a script. Read from the script. See, one more time I'm going to throw this. These people know exactly who has eliminated John O'Keefe. For sure. He very much knows who has eliminated John O'Keefe. All these people know. That's why this major cover-up and all that. But how deep that cover runs, I mean, imagine that, y'all. Like flippin' A, like it's ridiculous. I don't think any of them really expected Karen to say, fuck you, I'm not going to take this lying down. I'm going to go to war. I'm going to fight. They were hoping that she would, like somebody was saying, plead guilty, and then she'll just go away and everything will be swept under the rug. They never expected her to turn around and say, you fuckers, I'll show you. Right? And I generally don't think she killed him. Like, evidence, no evidence, cards, no cards, whatever, I don't think she did. Let me rephrase, I'm pretty sure she didn't kill him. Oh yeah, okay. What's the time? This is a house of cards that will come down eventually. It's a lot more deeper than what any of us know. Let me tell you, as I say this, the clock tower, the sun card, this is a lot deeper than what any of us know. And the bouquet. I mean, seriously, I'm going to take 2 more cards. The locket. And the lady. This lady pops up on everything, man. Shit. Do I need to say more? Like, seriously, do I need to say more? It's the institution. It's the perspective, the objectivity, the opinions, the mindset, etc., that you have in terms of a particular authority, and it's a ticking time bomb. It's like that thing's not going to hold forever. I'm surprised it is. This case is still in court because but here's the thing. Now, with the sun card popping up right in the middle, I'm just going to say the confidence, the fame, the ego, etc., success, etc., is a little bit misplaced at the moment. Okay, it definitely is misplaced because I feel like the roots run so deep that this core group of people think they are going to get away with it. So then you have the bouquet which says a wish come true. Here's the thing. I'm going to say it now. As far as Karen is concerned, I don't know how many charges are levied against her, but they're going to have, unfortunately, she's going to have one charge of some insignificant something or the other that's going to stick for some reason. But in terms of the big one, she's not. It's not going to stick on her. So it's very, very interesting because this lady in the center of all of this makes me wonder, like, why the friend, the person who is managing everything, the person who presents herself as being everybody's partner, everybody's best friends. So she's on top. She's controlling everything. She's like everything, controlling everything. But one charge is going to stick on Karen. I don't know which one that is, but that's going to stick on her, unfortunately. Then you have the locket. So this is the passion, the commitment, the depth of the relationship, etc. All that's also going to come out in the open with regards to this one lady who is central to all of these people, who everybody thinks that they are in an exclusive relationship with her, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say anything more, okay? I'm just not saying anything more. So, I'm just not, because it's not worth any stress. So. Girl, I'm telling you, if anybody comes knocking at my door, right, to harass me or whatever, I am first and foremost not going to open the door. Secondly, because I don't have to. Secondly, I'm going to have everything recorded. Everything, and I'm going to live stream it. So if anything happens to me, like, it's all live stream so people will know. I'm just saying. So let's pray for all the other people who are reporters, the ones who have evidence, the witnesses, for their safety and security, as well as Karen Reed. And let's also pray for people like me who do all of this, for the safety and security of all of us. I'm just saying, because these are some nasty ass people. So let me see, normal people will be sitting in jail guilty. Yeah. Wait, Moonlight Me, I like that name. Yuri stayed under investigation but only lost 5. Wow. And Beverly says, AI investigation said Fanning was on vacation and didn't see Proctor's test. I guess phones don't work. What bullshit, right? You know, and I know, Beverly, that their phones must have been pinging off, right? Fanning knows who to stay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then 2 cops in Canton who are brothers were both sleeping with me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hope the charges don't stick. The lowest charge is manslaughter and it's up to 20 years. I think I felt like she will win this for the most part. If not win, then some kind of a hang up again, yeah. Manslaughter, yeah. Oh, well, Beverly, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Right, Beverly, get the message, okay. Everybody gets out around, right, Beverly? Like I said, I have to watch out for my own safety and security. So this is it, y'all. As much as I want to continue to read, there's a part of me that's like, nah, girl, stop it. But any questions with regards to this case? Whoop-a-doo. Okay. Oh, reversals. Whoa. Okay. That's pretty interesting. Huh. I will read reversals. How interesting. So I just said, like, give me like a general thing for these three people who I did readings for. The first one is Brian Tully. I got this one. For Yuri Bukhenik, I got this one. And John Fanning, I got this one. Yes, in the reverse. So they popped out in the reverse. I'm going to take them as a reverse. So very, very interesting for Brian Tully, right? Lot of drama around him, I'm going to say, but also he's dealing with a person who is very treacherous, a female, very, very treacherous. Then for Yuri Bukhenik, he has the anchor in the reverse. So if he thought at some point in time that he can hold it all together and everything is going to be fine, it's in the reverse. That sort of control he doesn't have anymore. Then for John Fanning, he has the coffin, right? The coffin, is that the coffin or the jewelry box? It's a coffin in the reverse. So the coffin typically says, loss of money and suffering and this and that and etc. But I have a feeling that all that's going to come to an end simply because he knows which side of the bread is buttered. For as long as he keeps that loyalty, he will be fine. He won't lose any of his income and this and that. But if he doesn't, if all of a sudden he says, I'm done with it, that's his safety and security, his future. Keep my mouth shut and go on as long as I can. My future will be secure. Otherwise, I'm going to be roadkill. So, okay. So, I think she will end up serving some time, or for time served. I think so. Debbie, you sure ask a lot of questions, don't you? And I know why. She's totally into the case. Yeah, you're right, Beverly. Somebody has to break the case because this is so blatantly obvious to all of America and all of the people in the world who are watching how ridiculously contaminated, and yet, serve time. Will Karen serve time? I feel she will. Yeah, she will, but it'll be for time already served. Like, I don't know if she was in jail for a little bit. It'll be like time already served type of thing. What was the other question? Will Tully tell the truth on Turtle Boy case? I don't know. Okay. There we go. I think he will. At some point, he will have to. He will have to. question about the judge. Oh, she's on the take, man. The judge. The Six of Cups. For favors received in the past. Nostalgic relationships going all the way back. Oh, she spent 2 days in jail? Oh, yeah? 2 days? I thought it was more than that. Yeah. I'm not reading about that woman anymore. All right, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this. I'm just going to end this thing. So okay. And then I'll start the other live because I want it to be a different thing. I don't want to. Will Karen get another hung jewelry? Oh, oh, he did. Will Karen get another hung jewelry? Well, let's see. Actually, I don't think so. No, it's not going to be a hung jewelry. Nope. It's not going to be a hung jewelry. Nope. Based on what I'm seeing here, it's not another hung jewelry. Yeah, I'm gonna, and it's not any salacious case. So I'm just going to thank you, everybody. Tay, Delvin, Debbie, Beverly, Lucinda. Who else? I'm missing names. Of course, I'm missing names. Moonlight Me, Jamie Harden, Ellen Ayers. Who else? I know I saw Araceli. Then Fope, then Clever Girl. If I'm missing any names, again, I sincerely apologize. Not purposefully, just Joe Smith. Then Kim Cardenas. Kim, I didn't see your name pop up. Hey girl, how are you doing? Glad you're here. Then Scorpio Soul. Cyber Warrior, Vexing Vixen. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate you all. So I'm going to log out of this. Stay tuned. It's going to be another live, and that live is going to be quick. Watch the glasses come off with that, okay? So thank you, everybody. Let me end this stream. Okay, bye for now.